Do I need proof of funds when applying for a permit? Can a person living with HIV stay in Turkey? Okay, how do I find jobs? Can I find a job while I'm still in my country? Which visa do I recommend for someone who's coming to look for a job? What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. If it's your first time, hello, my name is Mo Blessing Channel. I hope you enjoy and I hope you stay and I hope you subscribe. And if you're returning subscribers, hello, welcome back. So today I'm going to be answering your questions. To those who follow me on my Instagram, my Facebook, and those who have my WhatsApp number, you know that I posted and asked you guys to send through your questions. Any question that is related to anything about coming to Turkey, moving to Turkey, working in Turkey, living in Turkey, and all that good stuff, I'm going to be answering today. The reason why I'm doing this is because I receive a lot of questions each and every single day of my life, and sometimes I won't be able to respond as soon as possible. So I think filming a video that is going to be here on my channel forever is a good idea. If you didn't understand something, I pray and I believe that you can come back here and get your answers. Also, I just want to say thank you to everyone who sent their questions and everyone who made sure that they asked everything they need to know. But it's kind of weird that some people couldn't go there. They would come in my inbox and ask me some questions, like, I don't know, but it's just me. But again, it's just me and my opinion. I feel like it was a good idea to ask so that I can answer for everyone. But yeah, I'm going to be answering these questions. I took screenshots in my phone. I pray and I hope that I'm going to answer as much as you guys want. This is the questions that you guys sent to me. Before I get down to this video, I just want to say thank you so much for 440 subscribers. I'm super excited and I'm so happy. I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you who took their time to subscribe to my channel, and those who've been watching my previous video. I appreciate you guys so much. May the good Lord bless you. And if you have not subscribed already, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn your post notifications bells on after subscribing so that you'll be the first one to get notified each time I do post a video. And without wasting much of your time, let's get straight to it. And just a quick background story. I am Chanel. I am living in Turkey as a foreigner. I've been here since 2019, and due to my past experiences and some of the things that I went through here, I just thought it was a good idea for me to be posting and helping other people who are also willing to come to Turkey for work, to just stay as tourists, to order from Turkey, import from Turkey, and all that. I'm just going to be posting information on this channel so that it helps people out there in order to avoid the mistakes that I personally made and the things that I could have done better. Sorry guys, I have flu right now, but let's do this. The first question that I got was, can I find a job while I'm still in my country? Yeah, people do find employers while they're still in their countries, but most cases you have to be in Turkey for you to be able to apply for jobs, and it's an added advantage if you have applied for your permit, even though it's not yet out. But like, if you have the papers and proof that you have applied and you're waiting for your permit, it's going to be a plus for you. So in most cases, I think 95% you have to be in Turkey for you to apply for the jobs. Yeah. And can I apply for a permit while I'm still in South Africa? No, this is impossible. I mentioned it in my visa, the one that I was talking about, how to apply for resident permit. I said it's impossible for you to apply for a resident permit when you're still in your country, because you have to be in Turkey physically for you to be able to apply for this resident permit. Either tourist, either business, either anything, have to be in Turkey physically, because you are the one who is going to submit your documents at the immigration office, so it's impossible for you to apply for your resident permit when you're still in your country. The next question that I got is, do I need proof of funds when applying for a permit? Recently, I don't know, I think there's a group where some of you are in, where a lady sent an audio. That audio was forwarded to me, and I didn't agree to most of the things that she was saying on that audio. She was talking about people being arrested because they're going to be asking for proof of funds and all of that stuff. I can't say no, to be honest, but I've never heard someone who was asking for proof of funds when applying for a permit, because they need your tax number, they need insurance, they need house contract, they need biometric photos, and they need also a valid passport. And these are some of the documents that they need. I've never really heard someone who says she or he was denied a resident permit because she couldn't provide the proof of funds. I don't know, but as of me and as of everyone that I know and people that I've come across with, I've never had such. And yeah. What are the traveling restrictions for people coming from Zimbabwe? Okay, so this is just an advice from anyone coming from anywhere, going to any other foreign country. Whether you're coming from Philippines and you're going to UK, you have to research about the restrictions, the rules and everything about the country that you're visiting, because laws, rules and regulations keep changing. They keep tightening and loosening the restrictions of migrations coming in and going out of the country. So you need to research. This is just an advice. But for those coming from Zimbabwe, Zimbabwe is not considered as a COVID-19 hotspot country currently. When you're coming from Zimbabwe, you only need your valid passport, your valid visa, your PCR test, or your vaccination card. You also need one thing called a hash code. I'm going to talk about this hash code, I think, in the end of this video. Make sure you watch to the end, because this thing is the only thing that is going to stop you from flying, that is going to block you from coming to Turkey, because most of you don't even know about this. I've mentioned bits on my other videos, but one person literally traveled last week and she called me when she was in the airport, literally 30 minutes before the boarding get closed. They denied her from checking in because she didn't have this hash code thing. So I'm going to talk about it, I think, on the end of this video. Hopefully I won't forget. But like, those are the documents that you need. But if you're coming from countries like South Africa, just know, or even if you are coming from Zimbabwe but you have been in South Africa for the past 17 days before the day of traveling, just know that you are entitled to have a 14 days quarantine in a hotel that you're not going to choose by yourself, chosen by the government or the whoever they are, chosen by the law enforcement. And you're also responsible for the cost of staying in a hotel. And after that 14 days quarantine, they will require you to have another PCR test done, and you're also going to pay for it. So if you're coming from Zimbabwe, make sure you have been, and if you're coming from South Africa, you are entitled to have a 14 days quarantine in a hotel, and also a PCR test after. And other countries, I encourage you guys to research about this. Okay, so moving on to the next question, which says mabasa anowanikwa, meaning jobs available in Turkey. Yes, you can find jobs. I have a video on this channel where I was explaining everything, the jobs that you can get as a foreigner when you don't speak Turkish, and the price ranges and everything. So you can check that video up. You can check that video out. I'm going to include it in my description box so that you guys can see it. Which visas do you recommend for someone who is coming to kuzochaga basa? Like, which visa do I recommend for someone who's coming to look for a job? I honestly recommend you to come with a tourist visa. Why? I would highly recommend you to come with a tourist visa, because that is the visa that is going to allow you to apply for a tourist resident permit. I've had encounters where someone is coming with a trade or business visa. That one is quite a challenge. I don't encourage anyone to come with a business or trade visa when you're coming to apply for a resident permit, because they need you to pay 7,000 Turkish lira, which is equivalent to almost $1,000, to register a company so that you can get a business resident permit, if I may say. So please come with a tourist visa if you have the intentions to come and apply for a resident permit, because that way is going to be easier for you. So the next question is, are you an agent, remember, or just help? I'm not an agent for jobs. I'm not an agent for visas. I am someone who's just willing to help people who are coming to Turkey, especially if you're coming from countries like mine, because we don't have a lot of people who like to share information. That's why I decided to use this platform to share with you guys the tips and everything that you might need to know, that I have passed through. I don't speak of things that I've heard. I talk of things that I have experienced, the mistakes that I've made and what I could have done instead. So I know someone who is doing visas for people. That person is very reliable, is working as an agent who does visas for people. I personally don't do visas, so I would refer you to that person for your visas, because I know that she's honest, trustworthy, reliable and everything is automatic. There's no failure there. And as of jobs, I'm not an agent, but because I've been here for quite some time now, and I used to look for jobs very, very much. Like, I was all over, I was everywhere looking for jobs, leaving my numbers. So that led me to a point where employers, people who would like to find someone, and agents being friends with me. So I do connect you to an agent, and sometimes if employers hit me up, I will pass the opportunities to those who are looking for jobs. That's what I do. I'm not an agent, I just help. And yeah, that's it. How much do I need for a visa? For a visa, I think you can apply for this visa on your own. If you go to the embassy, you can apply for this visa by yourself, as it doesn't require a lot of money if you're going to do it by yourself, but it requires a lot of documents, a bank statement proving that you have money which is enough to sustain you in the days that you're going to be staying in Turkey, and insurance, travel insurance, police clearance, passport photos. You can find these things online on the Turkish website. But if you're looking forward to get your visa from the agents, they charge $350 if you are available, and if you are not available, that means you're out, you want to get this visa, then I think you add $30 on top for, yeah. Just inbox me if you are looking forward to get this visa from this agent. I'm going to give you his contact right away, and yeah, you guys can talk. Can I get a job in the Chingoshikamteki take, or I have to wait? Which is translated to, can I instantly get a job just after arriving in Turkey? Like, these are jobs, just like jobs, you know, there's no difference when it comes to finding jobs. Okay, let me talk from any side. Let's say you're applying for any job, right? You see a post, we are looking for a nanny who is between 25 and 35 years, and blah 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 blah, who speaks fluent English, blah. It can be African or any other nationality, it doesn't matter. That's the post, right? And you apply. You say, hi, my name is Chanel, I'm 24 years old, I'm from Zimbabwe, I speak fluent English, and I am a graduate. I am this. Doesn't matter about graduate, whatever, it doesn't matter when it comes to nanny jobs, unless they state something like that. You don't need to what about that? I'm this, I'm that, I'm that, I'm that. I'm good at taking care of kids. I do this. That's how you write your message. It's more like an advanced spiced myself composition, if I can say. Just basically try to market yourself so that they can be praised and like you. After you write that message, they will call you, or they will tell you that they need to do a video call with you, a video call interview with you. When you do a video call interview, they'll ask you a lot of questions, and you also ask you a lot of questions, and they'll also tell you if they like you. They'll tell you right away. If they don't like you, they will tell you maybe we'll think about it. Sometimes they'll come back to you maybe later, or sometimes they will tell you that they've opted for another candidate. That's normal. So this is how you apply for a job, right? You can't just come and apply for a job, because they have to like you. They have to like you. You have to have an interview. Some will ask to meet you for a face-to-face interview. That's okay. And I can't say you can come to take it today and find a job today. No, you have to apply, go through interviews and pass so that you can get the job. That's how things are. But like when it comes to this type of jobs, you don't have to go through hard processes or a lot of things. It's just simple as it is. But once a family likes you, they like you. How do I find jobs? I get this question a lot. How do we look for a job? How do we find jobs? How do we get to apply for jobs? How do we jobs what blah blah blah. Okay, so I have actually 2 methods that I can say they have been so helpful to people that I know, myself and people that I refer. The first way to find jobs is through Facebook groups. Guys, this is big. Okay, this is one of the best methods to find a job if you are a foreigner in, I believe, many foreign countries, especially Turkey. There are so many groups that you can join. Foreigners in Istanbul, foreigners in Turkey, English speakers who are living in Turkey, people who are looking for jobs in Turkey, jobs for English speakers in Turkey. So many guys, so many of them. Just join those groups. There are so many opportunities posted each and every single day in those groups, and also employers post their posts in these groups. You are not only going to find agencies, you are also going to find employers themselves. They post, they look for employers, and also employees like us can post. This is the best way. This is the way that I can say I got to be connected to a lot of people, because I used to be all over. I used to be in these groups. I used to be in a lot of groups, posting every day, leaving my number, leaving my CV, which is like a message, So that's how I get connected to agencies and employers and friends and all that. These groups are also important because you are not only going to find jobs and other things, you are also going to find a lot of important information, a lot of people, a lot of foreigners who have been here for years now. They will be telling people about a lot of things, how to open banks, how to do this, where to find this, what to do when things like this. And also, if you have a question, you can actually ask in those groups and you will get answers. Yeah, so that's another way. And the second way is to go through agents. There are so many agencies that you can go to, agents that you can apply jobs from. But the reason why I would recommend you to go for groups first before agents is because if you're coming from African countries, you are going to see the difference, and you're going to unfortunately feel like it's an unfortunate being black, because the way you're going to be treated is totally different from the way other races are going to be treated by agencies. Yes, this is something that I'm telling you not to make you feel scared, but honestly to just prepare you from what you're going to face. Agencies will post a job for $1,000, and when you apply, they'll ask you where you're from, and when you say you're from Zimbabwe, they'll say, why do you feel like you deserve this kind of salary? Employers are ready to pay half of the salary to an African person. This is something that's happening as a reality, and it's what we go through. And I don't want to lie, I almost suffered from depression in February due to this kind of responses. They made me down a lot of times, but yeah, here we are today. But that's another way to find jobs. You can also apply from an application, is it called LinkedIn or something? You can apply for jobs if you are looking for kind of formal job. And the next question is, can one get a citizenship? I mean, like, is it hard to get one? About citizenship, and I read that it's attainable when you buy a house or you have stayed in Turkey for like 5 years and more. Guys, I'm sorry about this one. I really know, but I don't know how to explain it. Like, I don't have enough information to explain to you. How much do I need? How much do you think I need when coming there? I get this question a lot of times. So if you're coming to Turkey to find a job, which I'm assuming that most of you would want to, you need to have money for the flight, right? Let's say, about flights, I've said this and I'm saying this again, the earlier you buy your flight ticket, the cheaper it is. So buy your flight ticket 2 months before, 3 months before you're coming. That way it's going to be affordable for you. And when it comes to accommodation, it also depends with whether you're staying in the city center or you're staying in the outskirts of the country, of the city. If you're staying in places like Asaray, Taksim, Afati, Taksim, Levant, Majidikoi, I mean, it's going to be costly than someone who's staying in Asani. So it depends with where you're staying. But right now, as I'm filming this video today, it is very much hard to find accommodation in Turkey. It has become accommodation. I think it's because there are loads of people coming in Turkey each and every single day. Like, there are a lot of foreigners, and hence it has led to, you know, finding houses being so hard. Like, I've never experienced that. Recently, I have someone who came, and when we're looking for a house for him, I was used to it being so easy that you can just check on Sahibidane and go to see the house. We were running around from A to Z the whole entire day, and when we got one house and we went to see it, while we were in the house seeing that house, there were actually other people outside waiting to see that house. If in case we decide not to take the house, someone was waiting outside to see that house. That's how hard the house hunting has become in Turkey currently, especially in Fatih areas and other places. But you can still find houses in Esenyurt, but some of the places now are asking for 6 months rent, 3 months rent, 6 months deposit, and all that. So make sure you find a house which is affordable, which you can afford, because houses are starting from at least, let's say, $200 right now. If you're taking a full house, if you're taking a house by yourself, starting from 200, let your budget be that, starting from 200, 250. I'm paying 300 here because I got this house when the rate was pretty much fair. Now that the rate is high, I'm assuming that I don't know, let me not tell my landlord what to do. So yeah, you can have 200 to 250 budget per month if you're going to take a house by yourself. But if you're going to share with someone, then you're going to divide that cost depending with how big the house, how big is the house, is it finished, is it close to the city center. And when it comes to food depends with what you like and your preferences, but food is much affordable in Turkey. Like I said in my cost of living video, which is also on this channel, please go check it out. Food is quite affordable, and also transport is quite affordable as well. So please check that video out, it's going to help you a lot. And what else? And as of permit, I would encourage you to have at least $200 saved for your resident permit. The next question that I got is, what are the things that you advise me to carry when coming to Turkey? If you are coming from Zimbabwe, I encourage you to carry matemba, carry your matemba, carry your roikos, carry your fushwa, carry your dovi, carry your things. Just know that African products here, when you come here, these Turkey people, they don't have the African products. It's us, the African people, who are importing these products from our countries, and we're going to times 3 the price. We are going to double to the ladies, bring your braids, bring your wigs, because bring your braids, bring your wigs. That's what I can say. The next question that I have is, can a person living with HIV stay in Turkey? Okay, for those who are living with HIV, I have had a lot of people contact me about this one. I also tried to call immigration. I don't remember where they refused me, and the person that I was asking was not really answering me well. I think there was kind of like a language barrier. She was not understanding English a lot, but she said doesn't matter, they have to pay for the drugs, they have to buy their drugs from the. I would suggest that you go to the embassy and ask, because but I couldn't get the information as much as I wanted, and I also checked online, researched about it, and a lot of websites were telling me that it's not a problem. They don't prohibit people who are HIV from coming to the country, into the country, but you have to pay for the drugs. Like, they're not free. So please make sure you go to the embassy and ask, do I need proof of funds when applying for a permit? I think I've answered this question. No. The next question is, how do you space departure and return dates when booking a flight ticket, or it doesn't matter? I honestly don't think it matters having a return date, because you're a tourist, of course. They don't want you to get stuck here. But what I've realized is it doesn't really matter, because they don't even ask. I don't know if it matters, but I think it doesn't. And like I said, if you are coming with a tourist visa, right, and you want to apply for resident permit, make sure that the moment you get in Turkey, or the moment you arrive, you settle, call your airline before your return date and ask them to keep your flight ticket open, or to change a date to, I don't know where you're going to go back to your country, but I would advise you to ask them to keep that flight ticket open, so that anytime you would want to use that flight ticket, you will be able to add a date to it. So that was the question. The next question is, do you need proof of funds and proof of hotel booking when you are traveling to Turkey with? Oh, I couldn't. Let's see this question. Let me go to. I couldn't see how she finished writing this question, so let me go to it direct. Where is it? Okay, so the question, I know Zopaid as Jakanaka, but she said, do you need proof of funds or proof of hotel booking when you're traveling to take a tourist visa? Do you need proof of funds or proof of hotel booking when traveling to Turkey with a tourist visa? I've never been asked about that. The only thing that I know is when you are signing in for a hash code, it is going to ask you for an address, and that's it. But I've never been asked for a proof of funds or proof of hotel booking. I've never. I think those are the things that are needed when you're applying for a visa. The next question is, do you have a group? You said in one of your videos, let's see what you sell. Please inbox me on my Instagram and I'll give you my group link. The next question is, if you're a single young parent, can you be allowed to access visa for the kid if you get wake? I think she wanted to say wake. What I know is when you're coming to take with a child, the child needs to have her own passport and her own visa. She or he needs to have her own passport and her own visa. So yeah. Next question that I have is, how easy is it to get work visa when you have just graduated bachelor's EG in China? But what I know is, if you are working with a resident permit, you you come with a tourist visa, you get a resident permit, and you find a job. Your employer is the one who is supposed to process a work permit for you. The next question that I have is the total amount that includes visa, resident permit, accommodation for someone who wants to come and work. I think I've answered this question already, and I would also advise you to go through my cost of living in Turkey video. It's also going to help you with some kind of information that you would want. The next question that I got is weather different from Zim weather? Definitely, the weather is completely different. It's when it comes to winter, the winters can be pretty cold and the summers can be pretty hot as well. The next question is how much are the rentals and how can one rent an apartment? The rentals ranges from $200 from $200 upwards, depending on which house you're taking and where is the location of the house. Also, about how can you rent an apartment, you can use applications like Sayibidane and Jade to find a house. I would advise you to find a house from the owner if you are trying to cut costs of commission, because if you're going to get houses from the MLAC, it means you're going to pay commission, which is most probably the same amount as 1 month rent. And you can also walk into the MLAC offices, which are almost everywhere here in Turkey. I think I've answered so many questions and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's see if there is still another question that I didn't answer. The other question that I got was, can you help me with a visa, or I will have to do it by myself? You can do it by yourself if you're not lazy, if you have the energy, if you want to do it and you're trying to cut costs. But if you can't, I can connect you to an agent who is very reliable and the visa is automatic. There's no reason for the visa not to come out if you're not a criminal. The next question is, how long does the permit takes to come out? The permit depends. There's no time like fix the time that I can send. One of my friends came, her permit took like 5 days to complete. The appointment was out in 2 days, and in 3 days the permit was already at my address. But my other friend came and her permit took like 2 months to come out, so it depends. But as long as you have done your everything in time and without any missing documents. If you have missing documents, I heard that they're going to give you a grace period, I think, of 7 days to bring the missing document, but after that you just have to wait. So I'm going to talk about the hash code. Please take note of this. Make sure that you do this hash code a day before coming in this. And if you're coming to Turkey and you want to do the search code, please make sure you inbox me in my Instagram DM. I will send you the link so that you can process this. You have to have your address, you have to have your phone number, you have to have to know your flight number, blah blah blah, of the required information that you're supposed to fill in that hash code thing. You are not going to travel without it. Please make sure you have this hash code. And I think I've come to the end of this video, and I pray that I've answered your questions as much as I can, because I've tried to answer many questions. And thank you once again to everyone who took their time to send through their questions. I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you once again to everyone who has subscribed to my channel. I love you guys so much, and I hope you find this video helpful. If it is indeed helpful, make sure you share it to someone who you know that they might also want to have this kind of information. And don't forget to thumb this video up, like this video guys, because it is going to help this to reach a lot of people. And also don't forget to leave your comments down below. If you have other questions that you need to ask that you probably forgot, please leave them in the comment section. I'm going to respond there. And thank you guys for watching to this end. This is the end, and I appreciate you guys so much. Bye guys, see you in my next video.